Direct damage to your face. Alright, playing some white +1/+1 counter fling action. So the idea is you get a bunch of +1/+1 counters on this, Thrillseeker on this, it dies, transfers its counters to the Thrillseeker, then you double up Thrillseeker. So you don't really need the Cauldron. Do have the Cauldron. Is in here. Trainee's great. A great card. It's a good start. Feels like a land deck, I think. Let's this into Homestead Courage next turn. And we get the training, assuming they don't have a creature. That's good. 3 lands, sucks for them, but they're digging for lands. They'll have a 3/3 creature next turn. We don't have a way to protect our creature. We do have the Ganjo. Preventing 1 damage. Yeah, I'm gonna... Ooh, what's this one? They could have counterspell. I didn't check there. Can't counter a gun. Which I think I'm gonna do. I have the mana for the Virtue. Fading hold my guy instead of saving their own guy. Very questionable. I'm gonna decline. I really like these cards. You haven't killed anything. They keep returning garbage to my... Like, why not return the more expensive card? Ooh, I like this. Invasion, Duelist. I mean, it would be nice to get the Duelist out first. Before the invasion, so that you can attack the invasion, but we might have to invasion first if they kill my guy. First. Oh, they're gonna sack and fling. I mean, I don't want to see up Nixus for a while. They can sack and fling, it's fine. It's not a problem. I mean, you don't sacrifice it anyway. He could have just, you know, cast that in 2 turns, you know? I don't think I need a gun, Joe. I'll take a card draw. I don't think I need another card draw yet.
I don't need respect. Just obedience. My goons will make quick work of you.
Yeah.
You've gone and ruined all my fun.
Take the card draw. Sure, let's just go with this. Take the card draw. Oh, it doesn't count as card draw? Oh, trigger once each turn. No, I don't think so. I'm gonna try to kill you next turn. I don't know if he has a sack, you know? I don't think so. The virtue off, finish the game off. Do I have enough? I don't have enough mana. I guess we start with this.
I am the shining blade. You've earned my blessing.
And I guess I still don't have enough mana. This is 2 and then 3. I don't have enough mana to sack them both. Yeah, that's fine. Direct damage to your face. Pretty good. I think it has enough. Like even this, maybe. Even the mana duper. We're gonna go wide. I can't cast this. Do I plus it? Yes. I don't know. Yeah, wait to plus it, right? Just a little bit slow on the start, which might be deadly. Right? I think so. That might be the game right there. If they don't want to block. We'll just do this. They're just gonna get bigger every time. Yeah. Can't imagine that they'd have a sweeper. I'll go no attack next turn. I still can't do them both. It's fine. One mana short, huh? I might be dead, maybe. I just 1 mana short. Still 1 mana short. I think I'm dead. Wait. He makes an attacking creature? And since he's attacking? I don't get it. One mana short, dude. Maybe I should have attacked. Should have attacked, maybe? Duper is really good. But she creates an additional attacking creature. That's just crazy. I'm probably gonna lose this one. Enemy creatures. Cycle it to draw a card. Might be doing that. I think I'm gonna start with a Siege Veteran, I think. I just don't think it matters. If he was smart, he would have sacked it. Oh, well, I guess he still does it, just like triple damage. Need the card from him? Card draw. I gotta attack. Oh, it's only once per turn. Shoot! Messed that up. For sure. He could Monstrous Rage. Put me down to 2. He has another pump spell, he kills me. Take that though. Draw a card. I think I win. I mean, I am the Thrillseeker deck, so... Hit for 11. Fling, and I was gonna gain... 7? Alright, so that's a Mono Red Fling. Kind of took inspiration from the green deck, the green-red deck, where when you put counters on stuff, you put additional counters on things. And they use the Beast Scholar, which I'm not using the Beast Scholar because I'm using white. Actually has some different cards. So basically, you know, use the Beast Scholar, you put your counters on it, you multiply them with Kami, multiply them with the Shattered Spire. So when you put you cast a creature, you put 3 +1/+1 counters on the Beast Scholar, and sack it and fling it. So I'm doing a little bit different. I have that shell of plussing and the Thrillseeker. No red or green mana. I'm just using the Crystal Grotto and the Hall to make my mana, as well as Celestis and the Network Terminal. Just a little bit to... You just need something. They're only one color. does hinder you, but it just makes your mana base pretty good. And obviously the Soul Cauldron goes along with the Thrillseeker, right? So the Thrillseeker sack, you know, it has backup, so you put your backup on a different creature, like the Beast Scholar, then the Beast Scholar gains the ability, and he could sacrifice himself to do his power to any target, and then, you know, when the Beast Scholar or these creatures, like we have the Enduring Bondwarden, when it dies, you put its counters on target creature you control, and the Apprentice, you know, gets a +1/+1, and when it dies, it puts it somewhere else. So the Apprentice works pretty good if you have the Spire and Kami out. Then it'll get 3 counters instead of the 1, so it'll be 3/3. And Parish-Blade Trainee is a 1/2 for 2 mana. It has training, so whenever it attacks, if a creature has greater power that's attacking with it, it gains a +1/+1 counter. And then if this dies, you move its counters to somewhere else. So although the Beast Scholar, I don't think there's another green card that does that same situation. Moving counters, so I think just white has a little bit more cards. But we just have 2 Bondwardens, because I think the Trainee is actually really good, because if you can get either 2 Trainees, one off of the other, they can plus each other thing, or if you can just keep like the Iron Apprentice in front of that, or some other creature like the Duelist that you want to plus anyway to draw cards once per turn. So you plus the Duelist, attack with the Trainee, it buffs them both. The Siege Veteran is also another way to put +1 counters on it, so just have that, and then we have a number of cards to put +1 counters on. We have the Invasion of Gobakhan. When you cast it, you get to look at the opponent's hand, and then you get to pick a card, exile it, and it costs 2 more for them to cast, so you get to see what's in their hand, kind of prepare your turn, and then when you transform it, any creature that attacks gets a +1/+1 counter, and you could sack the enchantment to give your creatures hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. So most of the time when the enchantment comes into play, usually you have to use it right away. But there, I've got 2 recommissions in there, so we can return an artifact or creature with mana value of 3 or less from the graveyard to the battlefield. If it's a creature, it gets a +1/+1 counter. So it's possible it could get 3 +1/+1 counters. A way to get the Thrillseeker back if you used it previously, get that back, put its tokens on something, so for 4 mana, you get a Thrillseeker back, put it on something, sack that, and sack the Thrillseeker, so pretty powerful. We've got 4 copies of Homestead Courage because it has flashback, so it's basically 8 +1/+1 counters, and also the creature gains vigilance, so it's good to keep a blocker as well. 2 Angel Fire Interventions. Target creature or planeswalker you control gains protection from colorless or protection from a color of your choice until end of turn, and it gets a +1/+1 counter. So this is a way that you could possibly swing in against a monocolor deck that has a defensive wall shield up, because you can give one of your creatures protection from that color, or maybe even if they don't have really good blocks, and also puts a +1/+1 counter, and then Take Up Shield gives you that lifelink and indestructible until end of turn, as well as the +1/+1 counter, so a way to stabilize versus an aggro player, or maybe even put yourself over the top so that keeps you alive long enough so that you could fling. 1 copy of Elspeth for the +2/+ for the -2, so that you could put 2 +1/+1 counters on a creature. Also gains flying, so maybe you could swing in. You could put it on your Apprentice, swing in for some flying damage, and then fling it, and maximize the game. And then we have 1 copy of Virtues because we want to cast it for the enchantment side. At the beginning of your end step, you put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control, and you untap those creatures. So very fast scaling, and a little surprise that people aren't expecting because they're just thinking you're playing mono white or maybe white artifacts. And then you drop the Thrillseeker down, fling your guy, fling the Thrillseeker. So you basically just have to get him down a little bit of damage. So this has been told. Have a great day. Like and subscribe.